Alright, I wanted to do a comparison of all the boots that I have. This boot here is the Equine Jogger 24/7. So, I'm going to glue this to Zorro's feet today to try to help him with his heels, because he just has no heel. And these are so cute. They have really good traction. They have a nice breakover in the toe, which is hugely important, and seems to be a bit misunderstood in some of the other boots. This is leather. This upper part is leather, and it glues right to the hoof wall. So we'll see how this helps him. This is the active boot. They just came out with this, and it's a new boot, and there's not many minis that are using it. So I'm excited to use it with Sky. I really like how it buckles there. It's not just Velcro, it also has that, and it has really good traction. It has a really nice breakover in the toe, and it's very lightweight, which is nice. And the Easy Boot. I'm sure most people have seen the Easy Boot by now, and I'm sorry that some of the boots are new and some are not. These Easy Boots aren't too old. I don't know how many miles I have on them, maybe 20 miles. So they have pretty good traction and also a nice breakover in the toe. What I don't like about them is they only have the Velcro, and the Velcro just gives out. And so when it gets wet, if you're dealing with water and sand, the Velcro just stops sticking, and then the boots fly off. So that's kind of annoying. They're very soft in the upper, and that's nice. And this isn't all sole. Their foot sits down about right here, and so it's actually a little bit thin in the, as far as the protection goes in the sole. So I always have to put pads in. These are comfort pads. I don't know if you can see, they're the green ones, so they're 12 millimeter. So they're kind of a thicker, but they're really soft. Sky likes those. And then the cute little boot by Cavallo. The bottom is plastic, so it's beyond me, but they just wear out. They get holes in the toe, and they're super slippery. It's nice that they have these holes for water drainage, but I would never wear these in any kind of a situation where you'd have to go through water and be on grass or anything, because they're so slippery. Every time Sky's had them on, if she's been in the grass, she's fallen down. Very dangerous when you're driving in a cart. So I don't recommend these at all for anything other than maybe walking around your pasture if you have a sore-footed horse. And the bottoms, again, since they're plastic, they're really hard. So I put pads in them. This is just a 6 millimeter pad from Easy Boot, and it fits in there just fine. So the breakover isn't quite as good on this boot as it is on the other two. They're lightweight, but I don't like the uppers. They rub. Every horse I've put them on, this back part rubs the heel bulbs pretty badly, and it's just, they're just not, I don't know. I was quite disappointed in them, actually. Then you have the SoftRide Boot. This is a therapeutic boot for horses that are foundering, the laminitic. It is so heavy. It's got tons of weight. I would not use this boot for walking or hiking because of the weight to it. It's just too heavy for exercising. Bonnie wore them. Last year she wore them quite a bit, probably 6 months out of the year, and they have a gel pad in them. This one has the laminitic gel pad, so it's got the heel built up in the pad and then less toe to make them more comfortable. The upper is soft, and it never did rubber or anything. These were a tiny bit too big for her, but she didn't seem to care. So, but they're quite a bit heavier. So these are only for therapy. I would never use them for driving or walking or hiking or any of those things. So the 24/7, the active, the Easy Boot, the mini Easy Boot, the cute little boot by Cavallo, and the SoftRides. Okay, I just finished gluing on Zorro's 24/7 boot, and they're pretty cute. We'll see how they hold up now. Hopefully they help him grow some heel. He just wears his heel off faster than it can grow, so that's the hope. But now he needs to let him dry. So I thought I would do some fun things and weigh each of the mini boots. so we can see. Here's the aftermath. It's a very messy procedure, and that glue dries super fast. So you really have to know what you're doing, which I don't. So I made a bit of a mess, but I think I got it to work, and we'll see how well they do. All right, here's my scale set to 0, and we'll just plop the boots up there. So we'll start with the Easy Boot Mini, 0.5. Easy Boot Mini, 0.5. Okay, let's do the Cavallo boot. Sorry about my chicken. She just laid an egg. It's very exciting. So, the Cavallo boot. Oh, it's lighter than 0.5. The cute little boot. So it's lighter than the Easy Boot. And that's because the upper is it's a synthetic material. So is the Easy Boot, but it's more like a leather. And so it gives it a little bit of weight. Also, I think it is also because the bottoms are plastic. So rubber has more weight than plastic. I would rather have a little more weight and have rubber bottoms than have these plastic bottoms. So that's just something to think about. Alright, the SoftRide boot. Each boot weighs 1 pound of the SoftRide boot. Each boot. So that's pretty heavy. That's why you don't want to work them in it. You don't want to run them around. You don't want to hike them. You don't want to go for walks in them. You definitely don't want to drive in them. They're therapeutic only. Okay, now we'll do the Equine Jogger Active Boot. So it is just below 0.5. So it weighs just a little bit less than the Easy Boot Mini. But it has a lot more stuff going on. I mean, it has a better depth of sole. It has a different configuration for how it closes. This one has a pad in it, although the Easy Boot did as well. It's very squishy. It has a synthetic upper, and then the sole is very thick. So it's very squishy. I don't know. I really like this boot. So that's all the boots weighed on the scale, except for the 24/7 because they're on Zorro's feet. But their weight is on their website, and they don't weigh much at all. There's not much to them since you use glue to put them on. So, and the bottoms are just like the athletic boot, as we saw earlier. So, aggressive tread, nice and thick. Rubber. Zorro! He's bored. He's been doing this for a while this morning. Okay, now I'll show how these open. And I'll get outside and put them on there too so we can watch me do that. So this has this little tag that runs through the toe Velcro. So when you put it on, then you pull this up and pull that toe up, across, Velcro this up, run this across, and then put it on the little button. And the button should go on the outside of the foot, not on the inside. So this would be on her left front. Here's how the Easy Boot opens and closes. It's very easy. These two, that little bit there, you pull this down, slide their foot in, pull this up tight, Velcro across and Velcro across. However, because these are the only pieces of Velcro on this boot, when they fail, the whole boot falls off. So a friend of mine took it to an old-time boot maker, boot repair shop, and had them put a button right here. So it Velcros and then it snaps. But her Velcro is pretty much shot altogether. So pretty much all the thing that's holding her boot on is the snap right there. So Easy Boot might want to look at changing how they close these. They're just not sturdy. And then the Cavallo has this little Velcro here, and it does have Velcro inside. So it actually has a pretty good closing system. It's really easy to get their foot in. If only it wasn't so, they weren't so slippery. If only they had some traction on the bottoms and not plastic. you know, they just wear out. These don't, I mean, I only have ever used these in the dry lot. I never use them for out on the road or anything. They just don't work. Zorro did wear them one time in the parade. He did wear them in the parade because I didn't have his other boots yet. And they were fine for that. They were slippery though. If luckily he's very calm. If Sky had him on, she'd have fallen several times because she had on these and they kept turning sideways, and then she'd be walking in them sideways. But because she was doing so many fast turns and spins and figure of eights, they had good traction, so they helped her grip the pavement, the rubber sole. But I didn't like that they kept twisting on her foot. I really don't think these are going to be able to do that with all the different ways that they close and how nice and tight they get at the top. I just don't see how they're going to be able to twist. And I think that's something that they were thinking about when they made them. So you can see the tops are a little different. Granted, these haven't been worn yet. We'll see how, I'll do another comparison after she's worn them for a while, but I just think it's very interesting. So anyway, I will put them on her. Alright, I'm going to show how to put on the Equine Jogging Boot and the Easy Boot. So this is the Equine Jogging Boot, the active. So you'll loosen this up, this front piece, so you can get the foot in. There's a pad in there. Dampening pad, it's called. And you'll slide the foot in. And then you'll pull this part up. Push that over. And wrap that around. And do up the side. So there it is on her foot. All done up. Pretty easy. And now I'll show the Easy Boot. Slide the foot in, and then I always push all the hair down and make it flat, and then pull the Velcro tight. They kind of have to be standing on the foot to get the boot on nice and tight. If they're lifting your foot up and stuff, then it makes it really hard to tighten that down. So anyway, that's how you put them on. I'll take them off. I'll take off this one so you can see. Okay, undo the little, just pops off, slides on, my hand's in the way, pops off, undo the Velcro, and then loosen this a bit, and then pull the boot off. And voila! It's off. Same with the Easy Boot. And there you go. Just slips off. So, hopefully, these videos have helped some people who had questions about the different style of boots. And if you have any more questions, please let me know. I can make another video or take some better photos for you if you wanted to see something better or more close up. So, thank you for watching.